another book review for you guys. This one is Pines by Blake Crouch. This is the first book in the Pines series, Wayward Pines series. So this is a trilogy, and the first thing I had to say is after finishing this, I don't know why it needs to be a trilogy because it had a really good, final conclusion at the end of this. So I'm curious to see what happens in the next book. So there's probably more than likely going to be spoilers in this book, or review rather. I was up until 1 a.m. reading this last night, and I've still got a little bit of headache from it. Most of when I was reading this, I was following perfectly fine what's going on, but it was still that feeling of what is even happening, you know? I knew what was happening, but I didn't know what was happening. That makes sense. I did like the ending. I liked what ended up happening, that explained all of it. It made it make more sense. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm trying to remember. I thought of this at 1 a.m. and Alex wasn't conscious to film me. So I'm trying to remember.
I can always pause it.
I thought of a different way that I would like for it to end, but I can't remember. But I do like the ending. It's definitely, I would not have called it whatsoever. Because I had no idea what was going on. I'm thinking aliens, in 4400, if you've watched that. I'm thinking, although I guess that wasn't technically aliens when you got to the end of that series. There's all these different possibilities, and none of them were as accurate. So I gave it definite points for that. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. This was one that Emily Fox, she does Books with Emily Fox here on YouTube. She had it's one of her favorite books of last year. This is just really big, what in the world is going on through the whole book. And the first couple of chapters, it took me a minute to get into it, but once I got into it, I couldn't put it down. Like I said, I was up until 1 a.m. last night reading this. If you like thrillers, if you like mysteries at all, if you like, even though it's not really supernatural, if you like supernatural stuff, if you like supernatural stuff that's not supernatural but actually science-y, any of that, I would definitely recommend this. The author said he was inspired by a TV show called Twin Peaks, which I've not seen, but I have heard of. There's a TV show based on this, and I do want to watch it. I've heard it's not nearly as good, but it's supposed to have the whole 3 books in one season, so I don't want to watch it until I finish the books. But I didn't even tell you what happens. What happens is this FBI agent is going to this town to investigate these 2 FBI agents that went missing, and he is trapped in this town and he can't leave. There's no way out. All these people are acting weird. And yeah, there's another TV show that reminded me of, but I don't remember the name of it. It's something I watched on Netflix.
A Shadow over Innsmouth.
There was a TV show I watched on Netflix where these people were in this town, and it was all it was just them. There was nobody else there. And at the end of it, it's this, if you live, you become part of the secret society that kind of rules the world kind of thing. This isn't that, but it had aspects to that it reminded me of. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say right now, but I would love to hear your questions, comments, and opinions down in the comments because this was a really good book. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm sorry about the rambliness, but like I said, I've still got an eye strain headache from last night. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!